Kendall Jenner has conquered the modeling world, but is she ready for the big screen? Now, there are some new reports surfacing that the 18-year-old reality star model might be ready to dabble in acting, and she'd be starting off with a pretty high-profile gig, the 50 Shades of Grey sequel. Yes, apparently Kendall was approached to star in the movie by 50 Shades of Grey director Sam Taylor Wood. The sources say that she's a big fan of Kendall's and they want her to have a small part in the sequel. In fact, there are rumors that she already had a meeting about possibly joining the cast, but she will only take part if Sam Taylor Wood signs on to direct the sequel, which in the book series is titled 50 Shades Darker. So who exactly would Kendall be playing if this happens? Well, as we mentioned, it would only be a small role, so don't expect her to be taking over for Dakota Johnson as Anastasia Steele or anything like that. According to some peeps who have read the Steamy series, as for a part Kendall could play in the sequel, the first potential role would maybe be Christian Grey's crazy ex, who is stalking Anastasia, though that might be too big of a storyline since we hear it's a small role. Now, the other option would perhaps be one of Anastasia's co-workers at her new job, which seems a little bit more plausible since those would be more minor roles. We're definitely going to take this news with a huge grain of salt because little to no information is even known about the sequel at this point. There were even some early reports that they were thinking of squeezing all 3 books into one movie, but we now know that was just a rumor too. And based on the current trend to release more movies for a book series a la The Hunger Games or Twilight, etc., well, we've got a feeling that the studio might want to follow along with 50 Shades. And just a reminder, 50 Shades of Grey hits theaters on February 13th, 2015. So what are your thoughts about Kendall's potential acting gig? How do you think she'd do? And do you think she'll ask big sis Kim for any advice? Don't think we forgot about Kim making a cameo in that Tyler Perry movie? Anyways, hit up the comment section to get talking, then click here to get the dating history of one of Kendall's exes, Harry Styles. Be sure to subscribe too. I'm your host, Dana Ward. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you around.